Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Gilded Tarot Royale by Churro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. On the bottom here are some websites. Well, there is a website, llewellyn.com, and there's some other social media things. If you're so interested, just freeze frame and check those out if you want to. Supportive Oracle cards, Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Websites, it's not on there, it's on here. HayHouseRadio.com next to Sandra's picture. Feel free to check that out if you want to. There's also a couple Hay House websites inside the book. Here they are. Feel free to freeze frame and check those out if you want to, of course. All right. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to say that things are going your way, but it's very peculiar. Very peculiar. There was a card that flew out while I was shuffling. Okay. I think things are changing around you. I don't think you're going to have to get caught up in the middle of it. You get the Queen of Wands here, which don't get caught up in the gender, but that does make me think of Sagittarius. But I feel like it may be something you're like, you have the urge, or maybe you're questioning, should you be involved in it? I don't think you want to be involved in it. I don't think you have to be involved in it. The storm will pass without you getting involved. I would wait for the storm to pass. You do seem like you are going to re-add into this situation, whatever this situation is. Did you start it? I don't think so. I don't think you started that. Did you? How did, in the past, where was Sagittarius's connection? Something wasn't right. Somebody was treating you poorly, and you just kind of went through it. You had the Page of Wands, and it's the Justice card reversed. Somebody else was being manipulative. You may have backed off from this. Somebody else was definitely being manipulative. This isn't typically a bad card, but the way the Justice reversed is coming in, and the Page of Wands, especially the Justice reversed, just to be fair, I don't feel like somebody was playing right. They may have been disillusioned about what the truth was. I'm not looking to point fingers and call people bad guy, good guy, all that other good stuff, but they weren't doing you right. They weren't treating you right, that's for sure. No matter why they were doing what they were doing, the way they were treating you wasn't right. And I do feel like you disconnected for a while over that. I think that's what's for the best here. I do feel like the situation seems to be very stagnant. I'm getting like, you know when you put water in a bowl and maybe you put it in a back room and you forget you did that, and then you come back a few weeks later and it's got that nasty stagnant smell to it, if you follow me. Like something is just like not sitting well. Something's a little bit gross. Like, you know, when water goes stagnant, I feel like most people know what that is. Because I don't see you doing anything about it, but you might have you're kind of like, I feel like I have to go back there and do something, but I'm not really sure what. I feel like there's something I need to handle with this, but I'm not really sure what. I'm getting not yet. Which is funny, because I'm thinking if there's stagnant water, would you want to throw it out? But I'm kidding, like, just leave it alone for right now. I don't know why, but I'm getting like, leave it alone for right now. But it feels like, yeah, but there's stagnant water there. Shouldn't I go back there and deal with it? Not just yet. I'm not really sure why. This is what fell out. Oh, other people are coming in, and other people are going to take care of this. Let other people take care of this. You don't have to be caught up in this. There's a storm going on, and there's a lot of people involved. A lot of people involved in this storm. Let them sort it out. You don't have to be involved with it. Let other people work out the storm. I have a feeling that stagnant water, if you don't go and deal with it, somebody else will. And I feel like that's better. It's kind of like that's not something you should have to deal with for whatever reason. Maybe the reason that stagnant water is there is maybe because you put it there. Maybe that is true. But the reason you put it there was for somebody else, for the benefit of somebody else, and then they just ignored it. So you didn't you didn't put that water there thinking it would just go stagnant. That wasn't your purpose. You thought somebody needed it. You left it there and just kind of left it to be and went on to something else. And then somebody neglected it. They didn't have to use it. They didn't want to use it, whatever it was. Another person will come and take care of it. I'm getting with that storm, like let it be, because I feel like you're going to be shocked in a good way. These are two good cards. These cards are good coming in together, in my opinion. The tower is going to fall, but it's going to be really good for you. Something else is going on here. And let other people sort it out. You've done your job. You've done your part. You've moved the situation forward. It may feel like you need to own it from beginning to end, but I'm getting, for this situation, it's best if you don't. It's not about what you're capable of. It's about you doing your piece, stepping back, and letting other people step in and do their piece. You did do well. It's just like sharing the responsibility. Sharing is caring. It sounds very corny. That can go in a few different ways. Maybe sharing it with other people or allowing other people to care for you and letting them feel their value. It also could be like, not everything, the whole world is not your responsibility. And I feel like you would be quick to acknowledge that, yes, I know, and I don't want it to be. But I feel like Sagittarius sometimes just moves forward, kind of like, we got to get this done, so I'm just going to get it done. This is not for you. Let other people sort it out. Let other people learn what they need to learn. You already know what you need to do here. You'll handle it appropriately if you do get involved, but I'm getting it's better for other people if you let them sort it out. It's also a lot less stress for you. You don't need the stress, and it's more beneficial for other people to move forward. If they need help, I'm not seeing that very likely, but I feel like somebody might touch base with you and ask you what you would do. Tell them what you would do. Don't do it. Like, tell them, but don't do it. If you can resist, just don't do it. Just tell them, though, this is what I would do. Just give them a snapshot. This is what I would do. And then let them do what they need to do. You do have success coming forward from this situation. I feel like, especially because I'm still feeling that tower energy, unexpected success is coming in here. Let's roll some dice on that just for fun. That's fire. Knight of Fire. And then the Empress reversed. I keep feeling acknowledgement with the Empress reversed. You might have stepped out. Don't get caught up in the gender. Like, no matter what gender you are, if you're connecting to the Sagittarius energy, don't worry about it. Somebody didn't value you, or maybe you gave too much of yourself in the past and you ran yourself into a deficit. I feel like this might be acknowledged in the future. Because of that, though, I also feel like you won't be re-adding into the situation. So if this is a situation where you ran yourself into a deficit, emotional or otherwise, you will not be returning to this situation, and which is another reason where they're saying let other people do this. There's no benefit for anybody when you run yourself into a deficit, emotional or otherwise. Somebody else may seem like they're benefiting from it, but they're not really. It's not really helpful, like especially for you. For that reason, though, you will not be returning here. And the success card is telling me if that situation drains you like that, it will find a different way to succeed with other people, and it's for the best. Once a bad habit is established, it's hard to unestablish it. I'm not saying that right, I know. Once a bad habit is established, it's hard to undo it because you have to untie a lot of pieces. Whoever treated you, if somebody did treat you poorly, it's going to be very difficult for them to not slip back into that every now and then, and it's going to be very upsetting for you when it does happen. What's done is done. You've done enough. You've done enough. In a good way. And there's better things for you. Whatever this is, I'm like, are you going to have any connection with this? Because I do see success here. Are you going to have any No. Nope, because I'm getting like, don't even bother. No. They're like, my eyes went immediately over here. You don't have a connection with this going forward. Is that the throat chakra one? Yeah, the blue chakra, the fish chakra, the throat chakra is coming in here. Diminishing connection the farther it goes. You know what the situation was. You did your best with it. Whatever went wrong here, again, undoing what was done, like there's patterns that were established is what I keep feeling. Patterns. Those patterns created a lot of damage and they can't be rewritten easily. It takes a lot of effort and it's not something you should, that's not something you should be putting that effort into. It's the other person, if there's a person. It doesn't mean, I just feel like it gets less and less as it goes forward. The history is there. You're going to be moving on to other things. Somebody else might take up this connection, whatever this is. That other person has a different way of doing things. That doesn't make anybody good. That doesn't make anybody bad. Different. Just different. Just different is different. It's like hamburger versus a piece of pizza versus a salad. They're different. They're people eat them for dinner at times. You can have meat on all of them. You don't have to have meat on any of them. Even the hamburger, you could do a veggie burger just for be. You know what I mean? They're different. They're just different. That's all. Doesn't mean anything's good, bad, or doesn't mean anything's good or bad. They're just different. The one coming in definitely has a different way from you. Don't invest yourself in that. Don't follow that. Somebody may do something in a way that makes you uncomfortable. Don't invest yourself in that. Is what I keep getting. Just don't do that to yourself. Just don't. I'm getting just don't, because sometimes, you know, people have a way of like making a point and it sounds quite harsh, but it might have an effect that is needed. I don't know. I keep getting just don't do that to yourself, because you're not going to like some of it and it's going to kind of bother you for whatever reason. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's all I'm getting. That's all. That's all. So easy. So simple. No. I keep getting like let it go. Move on from it. Let the universe have faith in the universe. Things will work out the way they need to. Let it go. I want to keep going back towards it too. I'm noticing it. But I'm also getting like once I commit to it and let it go, I can let it go. And it's okay. So let's do that. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.